The secret bunker under the White House. Beneath the manicured lawns of the most famous residence in the world lies something almost no American will ever see. A hidden fortress carved into the earth, built in secrecy, guarded by silence, and designed for one purpose: to protect the President of the United States when the world above is falling apart. For decades, rumors swirled, whispers of a bunker so deep it could withstand nuclear war. A subterranean city hidden under Washington, D.C., where decisions that would shape the fate of humanity could be made in the shadows. Most people dismiss it as conspiracy, but the truth is stranger, darker, and far more real than anyone dared imagine. The story begins in the 1950s, when the Cold War gripped the world. The Soviet Union had tested its first hydrogen bomb, and the United States knew the unthinkable was now possible. A single strike on Washington could erase the president, the cabinet, and the chain of command in one blinding flash. That fear set in motion a secret construction project, buried not in the deserts of Nevada, not in the mountains of Virginia, but directly beneath the White House itself. The bunker would not just be a shelter, it would be a nerve center, hardened against attack, capable of running a government in exile without ever stepping foot outside. Workers came and went under the cover of night. They were told they were reinforcing the foundations, upgrading utilities, or modernizing plumbing. Few knew the truth, that they were digging into the bedrock of American history, cutting chambers where none should exist. Blueprints were fragmented, compartmentalized, shredded after each phase. Even today, the full design has never been released. Eyewitness accounts tell of staircases descending past steel blast doors, tunnels running under Lafayette Square, and hidden elevators that vanish into the earth. Some whisper that entire floors exist beneath the West Wing, levels stacked like a secret skyscraper turned upside down. From the surface, the White House looks serene, elegant, timeless, but underground, it becomes something else entirely, a fortress of concrete and steel, humming with generators, stocked with water, food, and air scrubbers. The existence of the bunker was confirmed for the first time, not by declassified files, but by sheer necessity. September 11, 2001, as hijacked planes turned into weapons, Washington shook with panic. Secret Service agents rushed Vice President Dick Cheney into what they called the PEOC, the Presidential Emergency Operations Center. It was a name the public had never heard. For hours, Cheney directed the government from behind blast-proof doors as smoke from the Pentagon rose into the sky. Only then did the world glimpse the shadow beneath the White House. The bunker was real, and it had been waiting for decades. But that was only the surface of the secret. In reality, the PEOC was just one small chamber in a much larger network. During the Cold War, parallel projects had been built far from Washington. Mount Weather in Virginia, Raven Rock in Pennsylvania, Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado. Each was designed to house thousands of officials in the event of nuclear war, but none carried the same symbolic weight as the bunker under the White House. This was not about survival, it was about continuity. The illusion that, even if the nation burned, the presidency could not be destroyed. Declassified documents revealed that drills were carried out. Presidents and their families were escorted through hidden hallways, briefed on procedures that would never be spoken of again. The public saw smiling photo ops on the White House lawn. What they didn't see were the evacuation rehearsals, the silent codes exchanged between agents, the contingency plans for a city reduced to rubble. For decades, rumors persisted of escape tunnels, leading not just to Lafayette Park, but miles away, to government buildings, to secure airfields, even to the Potomac River. Some of these tales border on myth. Others are supported by strange architectural clues: sealed doors in the Treasury basement, bricked-up corridors under the East Wing. In Washington, where secrets are currency, the line between speculation and reality has always been blurred. And then there's the technology. Military insiders whisper that the White House bunker has been upgraded repeatedly since the Cold War. Fiber optics, EMP shielding, secure video links to nuclear sub. But secrecy breeds its own dangers. In 1974, a construction worker claimed he accidentally broke through a wall under the East Wing and found himself staring into a corridor that wasn't supposed to exist. He was escorted out, questioned, and never hired again. In 2010, renovations forced tourists out of the White House for weeks, while heavy machinery rumbled behind security fences. Officially, it was plumbing. Unofficially, observers noticed reinforced concrete being lowered into the ground. Perhaps the most chilling moment came during the Cold War, when intelligence reports suggested the Soviets had mapped parts of Washington's underground. If true, it meant the enemy might have known about the bunker's existence decades before the public did. The possibility raised a terrifying question. If Washington was attacked, was the president truly safe, or had the secret already been compromised? Even today, the bunker remains shrouded in half-truths. Photographs are rare, and when they appear, usually leaked, they vanish quickly. Maps are classified. Former staff are silenced by non-disclosure agreements. Those who speak risk prosecution, yet fragments of the story continue to emerge. A hidden elevator in the East Wing, air vents disguised as ornamental grates, strange tremors felt at night when heavy doors slide open beneath the ground. For the average American walking past the White House gates, it's just another day. Families take photos, children wave, guards stand watch. But a few meters below, in silence and concrete, lies one of the most closely guarded secrets in modern history. A bunker built not just to protect a man, but to preserve the idea of America itself. Its presence is never acknowledged. Its use is never discussed. And yet, in times of crisis, it waits. Because the truth is, the world has come closer to Armageddon than most people realize. In 1962, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, the White House was on hair-trigger alert. President Kennedy was briefed on evacuation procedures. The bunker was stocked, locked, and ready. If a single miscalculation had occurred, the President of the United States would have vanished beneath the ground, while millions above were left to fate. In 1981, after the assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan, the Secret Service considered moving him underground for recovery. They didn't, but the bunker was prepped. In 2020, during civil unrest in Washington, President Donald Trump was reportedly escorted into the PEOC for safety. Again, the bunker is stirred from its silence. Each time the nation trembles, the chamber beneath the White House becomes more than myth. It becomes a reminder that power is never as fragile as it seems. For more than half a century, the White House bunker has remained a paradox, hidden in plain sight, whispered about, but rarely seen. Some say it's just a room with steel doors. Others insist it's a sprawling complex, vast enough to house hundreds, equipped with technology decades ahead of its time. Both could be true, both could be false. That's the nature of secrets. What is certain is this: beneath the chandeliers and press briefings, the photo ops and state dinners, lies another White House, one that is silent, armored, and eternal. A place where history's most dangerous hours are meant to unfold. And one day, whether through war, terror, or accident, the doors of that bunker will close once again. When they do, the world above will hold its breath, wondering what decisions are being made below, and whether the light of day will ever look the same again.